Let's face it, camera gear is incredibly expensive. Now, whether you use it for photography, videography, or live streaming, like I'm sure most of you watching are going to use it for, you might not have a ton of money to spend on a nice camera as well as a way to hook it up to the computer, because it definitely takes time to earn that money from your streams so you can do that. I spent $120 on an Elgato Cam Link 4K in order to hook this Sony a6400 up to my computer. But what if I told you you didn't have to spend the extra, well, I guess it'd be what, $105? I ordered these over a year ago. They are $15 capture cards that are supposed to be comparable to this, except instead of being 4K is limited to 1080p, but you're streaming on Twitch, so that's not even an option to begin with. Do you really need a 4K camera for your live streams? I mean, even with this one, I have it locked in at 1080p at all times. 1080 30 even, not even 60. So why would it matter? If it looks good, it looks good. But can these little things actually provide a good experience for not only you, but your viewer? Because let's be real, you want to know that the streams look good. You're not going to put out subpar stuff because, you know, if you're not going to watch it, the viewers aren't going to watch it. Now, don't lie. You're not going to watch it if it's subpar. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. So these little $15 capture cards, I ordered them last year. I lost them. Well, I didn't lose them. I just put them on a shelf over in a corner and forgot about them. As I was cleaning, I then realized that I haven't made the video yet, and I haven't even opened them yet. So that's exactly what this is going to be. Can these little $15 capture cards compare to or even beat out the Elgato Cam Link? Let's find out. Now, if you're anything like me, you don't want to spend your money, which is where I think that these $15 capture cards will come into play. Although the Elgato Cam Link is expensive, it does do a fantastic job. If these little $15 ones can do the same exact thing, then why would you spend the extra money? So inside the package here, we have HDMI capture card, HDMI video capture, not even capture card, as well as, because I had to try this, Type-C to HDMI cable. Capturing your phone, maybe? I don't know what you're gonna do with that, at least not for anything I do. So in the box, or in the package, we had 2 of the HDMI video captures as well as this cable. This cable we will use for something else later, so not needed. At least not for today's purposes. Now inside of this box here, I don't expect much. Obviously these have not been opened yet. And just like I expected, there's not much. Now, in comparison to the Cam Link, let's be fair, it is very similar. The main difference, for those of you that are tech savvy, might notice that the Elgato Cam Link 4K is a USB Type 3, or USB 3.0. As this one right here, just the HDMI video capture. Is there even a brand on this? No. It says made in China. There's no brand, no nothing. So I couldn't even tell you who made this. Whereas the cheap $15 replacement is HDMI USB 2.0. So that right there is going to tell you that there might be some latency. There's going to be limitations to this one right here. Whereas this one can do 4K, I believe 30 FPS. This one is going to be limited to 1080p 30 FPS. Now, 1080p video is not bad. When I stream on Twitch, all of my streams are 1080 30. I could do 1080 60 if I really wanted, but the way that Twitch compresses everything and has a limited bitrate, there's really no point in going past 1080 30. If you're going to go with 1080p streaming. So why would your webcam be in 60 if the rest of your stream is in 30? That just, you're outputting 30 FPS either way. So with the technical limitations aside, with everything all said and done with this, I think the only way to really get a good video out of this would be to take it over to my live streaming setup and we plug it in and just see what it's able to do. Because I'm not gonna lie, I would be shocked if the little cheap capture card ends up performing anywhere near the level of the Elgato Cam Link. Okay, so we are back at the live streaming setup here. Now, I want you guys to put in the comments below which one you think is the Elgato Cam Link 4K and which one is the $15 capture card. I'll give you a little bit of time here to put your comments down there. What one do you think it's going to be? Because here's your answer. So the Elgato, I have noticed, is when I plugged it in, it had better color just right away. The cheap little $15 one was way oversaturated, and I don't know if that was the color out of the capture card or if that was just the way OBS put it in. I'm not sure. But right out of the box on OBS, when I plugged it in, it looked like this, which I think is way oversaturated. I don't think it looks natural. I don't think it looks good. The only thing I did to this to make it any different from the Elgato was pull it back and make the saturation on the OBS scale. It was 120 versus the 180 that it was out of the box. Now you be the judge. Well, I mean, once you get it out of the box and you get it into your computer, you can do whatever you want with it. I mean, it's all you at that point. I mean, it's personal preference. I think this looks a lot better than out of the box. I don't look as blown out. You know, it seems more natural this way. But just to give you an idea of the comparison between the Elgato Cam Link 4K with the Sony a6400 and this cheap little $15 capture card with the Sony a6400 as well, here's the Logitech C920. Yeah, looking good, right? This is honestly the best I could get it to look. So I apologize for just how terrible it is. I messed with the settings for 15 minutes, and I don't know if it's just my camera or what the deal is, but just the plain webcam is a no-go. So don't use a plain webcam. If you can absolutely avoid it, don't do it. Because this looks so much better. Whether it be the Elgato or the $15 one, it doesn't matter. I'm actually surprisingly happy with both. If I move my hand around, I don't know if one's smoother than the other right now because I haven't reviewed the footage. But just looking at it inside of OBS, it does look significantly better than the webcam, obviously. And I would say quite a bit better than any other alternative that you could have at webcam. Now, the problem is with a setup like this is you're obviously having to pay for the camera. Now, that being said, anything with an HDMI out that has a clean HDMI out, that's important, could work for this. Maybe the cell phone cable, I haven't tested that. But I personally would not want to use my cell phone as a webcam because, you know, if you get a call or a text or anything, like, you know, you might need your phone at some point. But yes, I am actually pretty surprised at the quality of this little thing. The metal housing in the unit itself, if I can get it to focus, it's upside down. The metal housing of the unit, as well as the build quality, doesn't seem too bad. And as far as I can tell, there really isn't much latency in OBS. So obviously with it being USB Type 2, USB 2.0, with it being USB 2.0, I was expecting some sort of a latency, some sort of a delay. But as you can see here, it looks pretty good. And if it is offset at all, it's a very easy fix in the program itself to actually get your audio and everything to line up with the video. So I'm surprised at it. I'm relatively happy. I'm glad that I ordered these. They were $15 a piece. I will find one on Amazon and put a link in the description below. It'll be the top link there. If you want to see this in action, go check out my Twitch channel because I do stream quite a bit over there. Twitch.tv/JordanKGames. Link in the description as well. But otherwise, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for checking out this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Comment if you're surprised at how this thing turned out. And thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.